Leaving the North Island behind, we start the second half of our New Zealand journey with a 1-hour flight to Christchurch in the South Island. Not picking up our camper van until tomorrow, we check into our first motel of our trip. Then head out for some shopping in preparation for the cold weather. Today, we pick up our camper van that we'll be using to travel the South Island over the next 2 weeks. After a quick tour of the van, we collect the keys and then head on our way. Our 2-week circuit to travel the South Island starts in Christchurch, before heading to Methven, then to Lake Tekapo, then a short journey to Mount Cook, and then down to Queenstown, before heading to Milford Sound, then back through the mountains to Lake Wanaka, then on to Franz, Josef, through Arthur's Pass for a quick stop, and then completing the circuit back to Christchurch. Our first leg is a 1-hour journey to Methven, stopping for a very unique experience along the way. If you know Em, you know she loves horses, but this trek exceeded even my expectations.
Perfect. My tour number 2. Just wait.
We were taught so much that it was basically a private lesson, which meant that we had so much freedom and control over the horse. And the stunning views along the way made it 100 times better. Arriving back at the van, we do a food shop and stock up our fridge for the next few days. And then head to our first campsite. where we take a closer look at all the cool things in the van. And we then figure out how to turn the van from seat mode to bed mode. Cooking our first meal in the van, we've already decided that we love van life. Disassembling the table, we get ready for our first night in the van.
This morning we're going to Washburn Falls for our first walk on the South Island. A few hours later we arrived back at the van, feeling very hungry after our long walk. So we made some quick lunch and then headed on our way to Lake Tekapo. We arrived at our campsite, took in the amazing views and then headed down to the lake for a swim. Then we ended the day very glamorously at the dump station. Today we're up bright and early as we make our way to Mount Cook. Arriving in Mount Cook National Park, we hike up to see the Tasman Glacier. Then we loop back to the van on a much more spiky and therefore quieter part of the track. We arrived at our campsite for the night and then went for a stroll to get a better look at these beautiful mountains. And with it being New Zealand summer, some of the snow on the top of the mountains was starting to melt, which was really cool to see. Me being me twisted my ankle on this walk, so we got back and made a hot water bottle.
Leaving Mount Cook behind, we head on a 4-hour journey to Queenstown, where we'll be spending the next few nights. Arriving in Queenstown, we restock our fridge and fill up with diesel. Checking in to our first powered site, we have a quick look at the facilities and then head down to the lake.
This morning we're going to be riding the world's largest swing. Our third AJ Hackett experience, the Nevis Swing. After a long old journey weaving through the mountains, we arrive and get kitted up. The walk over this bridge has already got our adrenaline pumping. After seeing everyone else get dropped off the edge, it was our turn. Legs like jelly, we headed back over the bridge and then hopped on the bus back to Queenstown. We got back to the van, cleared up a coke explosion, emptied the toilet, and then headed on the best walk of our lives.
With no one else around, the weather spectacular and the scenery stunning, I decided that now is the time to reveal the secret package that's been hidden in my drone bag for almost 11 months of travelling. We then spent the rest of the day in a very happy little bubble, FaceTiming family and friends.
Waking up and wondering if yesterday was all a dream, we had on our first walk as an engaged couple. About halfway through our walk, Tom saw this rope swing, and running over to it, he absolutely shattered my water bottle.
See?
Getting back from our walk, we enjoyed dinner and watched the sunset, settling down for another night in our van.
Today, with the sun shining, we go on another stunning lakeside walk. In the evening, Emsy made us a Five Guys inspired burger and we did some laundry.
Okay, let's go.
Today, we hike up the Ben Lomond track, one of the most dramatic peaks towering over Queenstown. This hike starts with a gondola, which leads you to this terrifying ridge walk. Completing a ridge walk, we watch some parasailers take the exciting way down as we head to the gondola. Ferg burger is spoken very highly of in New Zealand, so of course we had to give it a go.
Today we say goodbye to Queenstown as we head on a 3-hour journey to Milford Sound. Stopping at some very scenic spots along the way. Arriving at our camp spot for the night, we cooked up some dinner and took in these amazing views. And later on, we noticed how clear the night sky was. These are some of the best stars we've ever seen. I think it even beats Uluru.
Up early, we leave our campsite to kayak on Milford Sound. Following a beautiful drive through the valley, we arrive and get kitted up while being attacked by sandflies. We get shown to our kayaks and then head out onto the sound. Paddling our way through this beautiful sound, it's really difficult to comprehend the size of some of these peaks, with all of them being over 1,000 metres tall. Feeling very hungry after our kayaking, we pop by our old campsite to cook some food and embark on our long 5-hour journey to Lake Wanaka. Arriving, we check in and have a quick dinner.
Today we're off on a beautiful riverside walk. The weather on the South Island is quite a lot like home, raining one minute and blue skies the next. and on the way back I had my first go at driving the van.
Today, I'm climbing the 1,600 metres of Roy's Peak. And when I told them that we'd be hiking the same elevation that we did for Mount Rinjani, she told me that I'd be on my own for this one. After a tough climb, I reached the peak and was rewarded with stunning views over Lake Wanaka. After making it back down and picked me up, then we found a stunning lakeside spot for dinner. And we also learned that rubber Birkenstocks shrink with heat. Oopsie.
Nice gloves. Nice gloves. Today begins with a 4-hour drive to Franz Josef. We had a halfway pit stop to stretch our legs and have some food, and then we carried on to our campsite. We checked out the campsite's facilities and then did our good deed for the day by helping someone jumpstart their car.
Waking up to a very drizzly New Zealand morning, we had on a short walk to Lake Matterson. Finishing our lakeside walk, we head to Fox Glacier, then on to collect our laundry.
Today we've got a 4-hour journey to Arthur's Pass. Stopping at a beautiful spot for lunch along the way. Then we stopped at a viaduct and saw our first kea bird. Arriving at our campsite, we took in the beautiful views that were surrounding us. We've been warned about sandflies at dusk and dawn, but we've never experienced them this bad. Our van was completely surrounded.
Today we explore Arthur's Pass, starting with the Devil's Punch Bowl. The next stop is O'Malley's Track, a short walk through an old riverbed. Back in the van, we have some beautiful burgers, garlic bread and pasta.
Today is a very sad day, as it's time to give our van back. We had a 1-hour journey back to Christchurch, where we then packed our bags and gave back the keys. We then checked back into our motel and went to replace my Birkenstocks. Later on, I had an emergency dentist appointment, which I was so nervous for, but I was actually pleasantly surprised.
Nervous? Oh. Let me see. Try to give me a smile. Yeah, that works. Following an unforgettable month in the South Island, we leave New Zealand as we head to the Philippines. Checking in our luggage and boarding our flight, we are excited to be heading back to Southeast Asia.